Good. How are you guys?
Tommy, heard you talking about my Giants. Okay, you heard you talking about the Giants.
Well, they are some American football guys, aren't they? With the way they carry themselves. Like, what's his name? The coach has got his feet propped up on the table. They haven't won Jack Diddley poo in however long since Eli Manning was running around.
That is true. That is true.
They won a road playoff game a couple years ago.
That's true. Daniel Jones led them to a road win. That's true.
DJ.
Maybe they're still maybe they're still feeling, they're chesty over that.
Maybe.
I would say that there is an expiration date on that, but
Did you see the video audio of Joe Shane sitting there going, okay, we could get a third and a fourth from Chicago. We'll give them back a fifth, and then they go 9-6. He goes, and I think they're coming up to get Joe Alt the tackle. No.
Were you not in the room when we had this conversation before the break, Cap? Or do you just ignore me? Because
I was not in the room. I was in the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
So thank you.
We're just asking.
Thank you for being jerky about it, but I was not here.
What happened? Did you have to do a potty? Did you do one or two?
I drank a lot of coffee and water this morning, electrolyte water. So
to answer your question, you're right. That was a dick move by me to point that out. So, but yeah, I did see, and that was my point about, like, I don't know why the other 31 front office guys would want their business being out there on HBO, unless they wanted to put it out there. So,
Tommy, it's out here on X on Twitter. I don't know why my broadcast partner would put a big statement on Twitter and not on the radio show, but it's Kap after all. He's responding to someone on Twitter that says, hey, Rich Eisen believes that the Chicago Bears is the sleeper pick this season for the NFC Championship. And Joe DiGiacomo says, well, what do you say? And Kap says, well, why do you think I already have a ticket on the Bears to win the NFC and the Super Bowl? Didn't do it on the radio. Put it on Twitter at 10:39 last night. Kiss of death, or is it possible?
I don't think his bets have anything to do with the destiny of this football team, but listen, I would. We bet on more ridiculous stuff, don't we? On a pretty much a daily basis. So
it's a shot at me in my WNBA picks.
That's
Go
not
ahead.
true. You that's those are calculated bets. I mean, you have a long history of being on the right side of most of those wagers. Look, I mean, I think that as a show, maybe you guys need to have a conversation after today's award-winning performance and just say, hey, maybe you save that for the show tomorrow morning, that, hey, I got a ticket on them to win the Super Bowl and the NFC Championship game. But listen, we know that Kap is all in, like all in. So I'm not surprised.
Live life all in, Tommy.
See, there you go.
I'm
not surprised.
Even if it's off the radio show.
You should see his baseball takes on the Cubs that never get to the end. Those are just texts he sends me.
I would imagine.
So, Tommy, we've been talking football. I want to talk baseball with you.
Oh, no, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No,
because
Reds,
they suck.
Your show with Sylvie yesterday.
Right.
I hear you guys talking. And Sylvie and I are in a good place.
That won't last.
Wow.
Oh.
It will.
Shay, don't you dare just chime in with, oh, come on. You know for a fact it's not going to last.
It will last.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
we have not heard that.
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh.
I do always love Sylvia and I are in a good place right now.
Like you should be. That's the way, what I mean? Like, what do you mean?
It's a quarterly relationship. It's Q1, bad place. Q2, good place right now.
And here's the deal. I think with Cubs-related stuff, I think you guys agree on more than you disagree about, but yet somehow, some way, it gets to be acrimonious at times, even though you're probably saying the same stuff. In some way.
So I interviewed Jim Bowden yesterday for my podcast. And Jim Bowden believes that Jed will get one more year. He also would not trade Jamison Tyone.
I would.
He said, if you're trying to contend next year, which you better be in the final year of his deal, where are you finding a guy that pitches as well as he does at that number? He goes, take it from a guy who did it for 16 years. It's not that easy to put a rotation together. He also would be adding on now. He said, I'm not giving up my top prospects, but there are middling moves you can make that help your team. He goes, because if you get in, you're 3.5 back. With that pitching, you can absolutely beat somebody.
Yeah, this is I agree with Sylvie. I'd trade Jamison Taillon.
What do you think you're getting for him?
I don't know. Something that, that will be helpful going forward. You realize that Jamison Taillon, aside from the 2022 season where with the Yankees he had a 3.91 ERA, he hasn't been sub-4 since 2018, which is a lifetime ago. The point I'm making is that in 30 starts in 2023, or 30 games, he had 29 starts. He had a 4.84 ERA. Which Jamison Taillon are you getting in 2025?
Well, I'll see your stats, and I'll tell you that entering play last night when he went 7 1/3 of one-run baseball because they couldn't put the inherited runner away, his ERA in that time frame, 33 starts, 8th best among all major league pitchers.
Which means, and that's what I would raise that flag, and I would tell people, come and get him, and you know what, you're going to have to pay pretty, he's going to bring back something pretty good in return. It's just are you ready to win now, Kap?
Now, I don't know. They're 3.5, and now they're 4.5 back. They lost last night. But
Tied
again,
with the Reds.
Next season, next year, you better be contending. Well, Kyle Hendricks won't be here.
But Kap, and Sylvie's point, which I agree with, is what Cubs fans going to say? Boy, we were going to regret trading Jamison Taillon, who's your third starter, who's having a career year. But what if he reverts back to the guy that was throwing it in 2022 and 2023, and then that's a guy you can just add willy-nilly. Like, you can add that
and
guy.
that's where Jim Bowden disagrees.
Well, Jim's got more baseball knowledge than me, but neither one of us is a GM right now, right?
That's true. I don't think you're getting a gig, and I'm not sure he is either.
You don't think anyone? How about the Savannah Bananas? Just for what's and giggles, they wouldn't hire me to be the GM?
Probably not.
No. Look, I have an appreciation for Taillon. I watched pretty much every pitch he made last night. He's throwing the ball great, which is why maybe you could get something pretty good for him in a trade, not knowing who he's going to be next year at the age of 33.
Okay, we'll see. They may move him. They may.
I would
Jim's
trade him.
point is he would add on, not for your top prospects, but he would add something to the team.
Well, listen, I mean, Sylvie went through this process as well. Like, there's a long history, a recent history of the Cubs doing just that.
Yeah, but all of the guys Sylvie listed, and all valid guys, every one of them you traded on a team that had no expectation and was not good. 2012, 2013. You weren't even trying to win. You are next year. If you don't go to the playoffs, Jed's gone.
But my point is that you can. I'm actually, again, I'm agreeing with you. You can add pieces to your puzzle that aren't just for this season. They are guys that can be core pieces going forward for the next 2 or 3 years. It's what I said to you a month and a half ago when the talk was the big polar bear may be available. I was like, you're not a rental player away from being a World Series contender. So if you're going to trade for someone, like at that time it was Pete Alonso, my point to you was, as long as he's in your fold for the next 3 to 5 years, cool. If you're renting him thinking he's what gets you over the top, then I think that's a faulty piece of logic.
More of Kap and Waddle right around the corner.
Wow.
Right here on It's a Waddle Wednesday on the Kap and J Hood Morning Show on ESPN 1000 and streaming on the ESPN Chicago app. Still to come at 9 o'clock, Kap, we're going to hear from Lincoln Riley, who was on Unsportsmanlike, the show that comes on before us between 5 and 7 here on ESPN 1000. Lincoln Riley, Caleb Williams, college coach. He's going to talk about Caleb Williams. You'll hear that coming up at 9 o'clock. But we're talking to Tommy Waddle on the Waddle Wednesday. Tommy, does the computer scare you? Does technology scare you?
Yeah, you know that. Like, I'm an idiot when it comes to technology. I couldn't even put on a podcast yesterday trying to drive downtown. I'm just stupid beyond stupid when it comes to technology, and it does scare me. Space scares me, Jonathan. Technology scares me.
Well, the reason why I ask is because Kap brought this up first. He saw this. They sell the team that's on the Bulls website.
Yeah.
Kap, it says sell the team.
Yeah.
It got hacked yesterday.
Correct.
Did it get hacked, or did they Did they have the domain and they purchased it maybe before the investment group did? I don't know.
I think it might have been hacked because
really?
the Bulls tweeted out that link. It's to the new project on the west side by the United Center, $7 billion between the Wirtz and Reinsdorf families to develop that entertainment district. And this guy revealed himself on Twitter last night.
Oh, yeah?
I'm the guy. Yeah. Ha, ha, ha.
That's funny.
Oh, my God. So you have to be fearful of these things.
Yeah.
And also you watch something on social media and you think it's real, and you realize you're getting ball sacked. It's like Steve Kerr about Team USA. Listen to Steve Kerr, his thoughts.
Our team clearly isn't ready to compete at the Olympics. That's why I've decided to make a change to the roster. I wanted to announce here in front of everyone that we've decided to add Bronny James to Team USA. After talking to LeBron, he convinced me that what our team really needs is an undersized guard who can't shoot. So there you have it, folks. I can't wait to see Bronny and LeBron win a gold medal together.
How scary is that? That's AI.
Is that
Steve
the
Kerr.
AI generated
Yeah.
thing? Jonathan,
wow.
did you see the Mike McDaniel one talking about Tyreek Hill as well?
Yes.
Yeah, this is going too far. It's going too far.
Yep.
I mean, I saw the video. You heard the audio. Even in Kap's eyes raised for a second, he's putting Bronny on the team? Take that. No. It's AI Steve Kerr. But that's scary as hell.
Scary.
It is.
Brother.
It's horrible.
Because, of course, you're not looking at your phone so closely. It's down here by your lap, or it's in your cup holder, and you hear the sound Steve Kerr's putting Bronny on the team? What the F is that? He says that the team's not very good.
Look, I said a long time ago that social media, I actually said this in a seminar at Northwestern with a bunch of other sports media people. I got laughed at. I said social media will be the downfall of our society. And I don't make many statements that turn
You're
out
correct.
to be true. But that one, I will, when I pass, whenever that is, I want that on my headstone. Or you know what? I'm not going in the ground. As I've told you guys, I'm going to be stuffed and passed around from future generation to generation here in the Waddle hierarchy. So, but that is my focus is that statement. I want to be credited for it, and AI is just the kind of the latest avenue with regard to social media. It's awful. People are so horrible to one another. It's uncivilized, and it's just. That's why, you know what? I know it's part of our job, but I don't spend as much time on it as others because it's my own personal protest. So take that.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. He stuck the landing there. Very good, Tom. Very good.
All right, Tommy, as we let you go.
No football talk because the Bears are off today?
Bears are off today, but everything I'm hearing, the vibe is just off the charts up there. And Caleb, that someone yesterday said to me, dude, he is staring at Tremaine Edmonds, who's sitting there 15 yards down the field going, salivating. I'm going to pick this dude off.
Well,
and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he fires it to the other side of the field and hits DJ Moore. And they're like, Justin didn't do that.
Well, and it's not about, listen, you're going to stoke the fires now. And
the cult.
I know,
Stop it.
but this is the reality. Those are the types of things that you need your quarterback. There's a really good clip. I think Robert Mays did an interview with Sean McVay, who's one of the better offensive-minded coaches in the league, obviously. And he talks about, the qualities of quick processing and being able to function inside a dirty pocket. It's a really good clip, but that's some of that stuff, and those are the things that we were looking for from the quarterback position. And it's one of the reasons I think that, if you can play the position more efficiently, even as a rookie, and there will be bumps along the way, he will help the offensive line. The ball will come out. He will protect. His job is first and foremost is to protect himself, but he's going to protect his offensive lineman as well by playing the position more efficiently. So I can understand. I'm really enthusiastic. I'm very optimistic about everything. I can't wait to get up there and watch them practice. I'm not going to lie, though. I am a little unsettled about what they have at the point of attack on both sides of the football, but they don't have to play for real until the beginning of September. So they've got enough cash and they've got enough draft currency. They've done a really nice job protecting both of those things. And if Ryan Poles wants to make a move, he can do it.
Tom Waddle on Hard Knocks. We asked Tom his thoughts about the battle between Dante Pettis and Tyler Scott. Da 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 da. I can't wait.
That's the answer.
That won't work. They'll edit
won't?
that out too. so now a 6-minute Hard Knocks with the Chicago Bears.
Tommy, have a wonderful day, man.
I love you guys. Have a great day.
We love you.
Tommy,
Yep.
thanks for your time.
Anytime, Jonathan.
Rattle, rattle, thunder, clatter, boom, boom, boom. Don't worry, call the car express.
Someone close to Caleb Williams weighs in on his future